Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. How are we all doing? Today? Just let me make sure everybody's in. Get that chat live on my screen a bit better. There you go. Who we got? Dark Arts is here. Matthew Boove is here. Roy Nixon, Anthony Annette, Blue CJ, Shelley, Toffee Blue. Matthew Boove says Wolves v Everton, 3 PM kickoff. Michael Oliver is the ref. Last time at Molineux was 1-1. Absolutely, Matthew, it was. It certainly was 1-1. Last time we played them at Molineux. I'll go over that in a bit because that's obviously part of my stats to bring and talk about. But one thing I will say now you brought it up is, can you remember how we scored and then they scored immediately after? I remember that very well. It was horrible for many reasons, and we'll go over that in a bit. So first up, what I want to do today, and I think I'm going to start doing this possibly on like a Monday night or something. It probably won't be live. I think I'll do a Monday night game based on the player ratings and my post-match review of the previous game, because I'm just going to talk about the Mansfield game quite briefly, give my player ratings. But obviously the Mansfield game now feels like so long, so far away, doesn't it? So long ago. So I'll go over them quickly. A few things about the Mansfield game. Personally, I think it was a game to forget, really. I know we won 2-0, and that's all you've got to do, isn't it? You can only beat who's in front of you. You got to beat your opponents. And Mansfield made it tricky. It was quite a gritty game. Not a great one to watch. Everton having the majority of the possession. I have wrote it down, 66% possession for Everton. Do you know the funny thing was, when I looked at the stats in the possession, Everton had 66 and Mansfield had 35. So somehow there was 101% possession. Not quite sure who worked that out on the stats on live scorers I use to gather the figures. So yeah, they need to look at that. But 6 shots on target for Everton, none for Mansfield. 5 shots off target for Everton, none for Mansfield. They did attempt shots. They got in the positions to attempt shots, but we blocked them. I think they had like three blocked shots. So that says something, doesn't it? That the defence is doing their job and the players getting back and blocking the shots, which is good. It's what you want to see. Shots being blocked. 5 corners for us, 1 for them. But yeah, as I said there at the beginning, it was kind of one not to remember. You know, you didn't go away like over the moon at the performance or anything like that. You went away pleased that you were in the pot for the next round, of course, and we got Wolves, didn't we? Away as well, not great. But yeah, that's all you want from the night when you play a cup game, and things can go bad. Sunderland went out, Leeds went out, United went out against Grimsby, didn't they? So it can go bad. On that one about that United one was superb, wasn't it? That was a funny one, like. But I did see it flashed up before on the news that Amran had said something like, "Sometimes I just want to quit," something like that. You know, I kind of you kind of can't help but feel sorry for that fella, can you? Let's have a look. So we've got James Graham, afternoon. Simon, afternoon, mate. Lunatic, good evening. Let's see. Toffee Stick Together says, great setup there, Nick. Hi from Toffee's Stick Together. And the 1878 bar. Hello, you guys. How you all doing? Let's see. Loved Coleman rolling back the years. Yeah, absolutely, Dark Arts. It was good. It was superb. The Coleman, a few things about Coleman. So yeah, it was good to see him, like you said, rolling back the years. He looked good, didn't he? He played well. Let's remember it was against Mansfield though. Okay, that's the one thing. Don't mean to pull him down, like, because I absolutely love Coleman, as I'm sure we all do as Blues. It was amazing to see him lead the team out onto that Hill Dickinson Stadium and that turf. It really was special moments for him and the fans as well, I think. So about that game as well, one of the good things about the game, in fact not good, it was absolutely immense. The light show before the match kicked off, the light show was brilliant. The match was delayed 15 minutes. I believe that was because people were struggling to get into the ground. I don't know for a fact because I haven't looked up if that was the case, but I think it was because the queue for the box office at Hill Dixon Stadium was long. Let's put it that way. When we got there, it was long, and it was hard to even try and cut through it, to be honest, to get to our seats. Lunatic says it was just a clinical, boring win. Yeah, out for more goals, but didn't expect it. Just forget the game and move on. There you go. Simon said, did Jack love the game on Wednesday, Nick? Loved how he kept talking to you when you were trying to do your stream. Yeah, I had to cut out quite a lot of the match recording, Simon. It's funny you say that. I kind of forgot about this, but yeah, you're right. I had to cut quite a bit out because all you could hear is our Jack's little voice, dad, and just going on. He loved the game, Simon. He loved the game. He told me and his older brother and his cousin that he loved the game. Great. So I said, well, the next cup game at Hill Dickinson Stadium, I'll get us 4 tickets. Me and the 3 lads. This was walking back to the car, and our Jack said, well, why 4? I said, for the 4 of us here, mate. And he went, well, I'm not coming. So so he says he loved it, but he said he's not coming to the next one. We'll see. But I think he was just tired by the end of it, so we'll see. Anyway, changes to the team for Mansfield, wasn't there? There was Travers in goal, Coleman, who we've just mentioned, right back, Mikalenko left back. Brilliant to see Mikalenko getting minutes. Harrison Armstrong had a fantastic game in the middle. Dwight McNeil on the right and Alcaraz in the number 10. So player ratings, Travers 7.5. He didn't have much to do. So the only reason why I marked him down was his passing out. His passing was quite poor. To be honest, whenever he did get the chance to, it was poor. Seamus Coleman, a solid 8. He done well against Mansfield, as you've just said. It was a Dark Arts. He rolled back the ears. He looked really good going up that wing, and he's just solid. He doesn't lose the ball much, Coleman. He did well. Tarkovsky, unfortunately, a 7. I think he might be the lowest one again for the second game running for me. He lost the ball again. He played some silly passes back and lost it, and could have put us at risk a couple of times. Better opposition. He just needs more minutes. Like I said in the last one against Brighton, wasn't it? That he needs more minutes. He's coming back off that injury. He's got loads of credit in the bank. Playing tomorrow, he needs to be better though. Mikalenko 7.5. Had a good game, but he needs to be more positive. Playing forward and in the final third, he just needs to be more positive. 7.5 for Mikalenko. Really good to see him back on the pitch though and getting minutes. James Garner 7.5. Played okay, but backwards and sideways a bit too much for me when you're thinking about playing against Mansfield, especially. But he put a great ball through for the Beto goal. He played a superb ball through to Harrison Armstrong, who then played it across the goal for Beto. Harrison Armstrong, 9 out of 10. 2 assists for Alcaraz and Beto. Played superb, didn't he? Early shot, probably should have passed it to Barry when he had an early shot. Barry put himself in a good position. It was when we went through off the free kick that McNeil took, I think it was. Harrison Armstrong into the area on the right. Barry had made a really good run, and if Harrison Armstrong plays it across, it's a relatively early goal for Everton. Changes that game, and we probably get more goals as well. But really, really solid from Harrison Armstrong. Dwight McNeil, 7.5. Positive play, but a bit wasteful with the set pieces, in my opinion. Positive in his gameplay, though. Looked to go forward quite a lot. So yeah, like the Charlie Alcaraz, 8.5. Looked to cause problems all the time. Alcaraz lost it a couple of times, taking risks. That happens. Great goal as well, though. 8.5 for him. Jack Grealish, 7.5. He was all right, but he wasn't at his best because he didn't have to be at his best, I think. Yeah, just leave it at that. He was good. He was all right, but I think I just expect a bit more from him against Mansfield. So shot, he done an absolute sky shot as well, didn't he? Early on. So yeah. One quite a few free kicks though, which we expect of him. Then we go to the players that come on. Tyler Diblin, Tyler Dibblin looked lost. If I'm honest, he was, when he come on, he was playing down the right, so he was playing kind of right in front of where we were sitting. We were like row 5 in the south stand, really low down, so we could kind of see it all, and see Dibblin really close. And honestly, he looked lost. What I put it down to is that he must have had this overwhelming feeling that suddenly come to him, that he realised he's playing for the best club in the best stadium in the best league in the world, and all of a sudden it just got to him. I think he'll definitely be better. You could see little sparks, but he just wasn't at it. Like he didn't really come on and go for it, put it that way. Beto 7.5 got the goal, but as soon as he come on, lost the ball. And then we've got Undai 7.5, nice little trickery from him as we expect. Tim 8, O'Brien 7.5. None of them did anything wrong, but they didn't get enough minutes. Man of the match for me, I think you'll all know, it is Harrison Armstrong. He ran that midfield on Wednesday night and got two assists, and he's given the manager a very nice problem to have, very nice dilemma, hasn't he? So there's mine. Of unfortunately the lowest, Tarkovsky, highest, Harrison Armstrong, man of the match. So what do you all think? I'm gonna go to your comments now. See if anything any of you have brought up on that, because obviously that's how I rated it, sitting there watching them. The best thing about football is we all watch it slightly different. So I'll go to your comments, see if any of you disagree. So we've got Simon says, did Jack look? Oh, I've got that one. John List says, looking forward to a couple of Moyes special buys at 6:59 on Monday. Yeah, we'll see. I'll touch on the transfers in a bit, John, but I'm not too sure, not too sure. The sunset before kickoff was awesome at Hill Dixon. It looked amazing, didn't it, James? Stadium looked amazing. A little disappointing that none of the Everton crests were lit up, or the Hill Dickinson sign. I don't know. I was going to say they mustn't be wired up or something. That'd be daft, but don't know. Just don't know why they weren't on. Let's see. Ian the Blue says Charlie should keep his place. He was brilliant the other night. Deserves his place. Ian, he was brilliant. He was good, as you heard there. I gave him like an 8 out of 10. So I agree, he was good. But the one thing I wouldn't get too carried away with is the fact that it was against Mansfield at home. That's the only reason I wouldn't get too carried away. You know what I mean? So should he keep his place? He's definitely given the manager a problem, hasn't he? He's given something to think about, and that's all he can do is get on and play the best that he can and give the manager some stuff to think about. LTL says Lucas Paqueta or Thomas Souček. Filling with both. Stay Paqueta for me. West Ham have PSR issues. Mate, out of them two, Paqueta all day. I don't really want us to get Thomas Souček. I think he's very similar to what we've already got. I don't think he can add more. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know how he fits in with everything we've got there already. So to get somebody else who's kind of the very, very much the same, you are creating yourself more problems. And I don't think that would be a good problem. Just bring someone who's the same. You're going to bring someone in those positions. There's going to be someone in who's going to go like you want straight in the team, like Jack Grealish, for example. So yeah, but Paqueta all day for me. So yeah, Ian the Blue said no to Souček. He's 30 on massive wages. He's a big donkey. He's not. I wouldn't say he's a donkey. In my opinion, I wouldn't say he's a donkey. I think he's all right. Scored a good header the other night against Wolves, didn't he? So yeah. So James Gray put no, mate, and no to Vardy. Thought we were done with them type of players. Who's brought Vardy up? I mean, I don't know if you're just preempting that, James, but yeah, no to Vardy, 100%. Andy Lloyd says, no, we haven't got PSR issues, just the owner that's destroying our club. Andy, yeah. Think of the manager at the moment, Andy. I think the manager seems a little bit lost and doesn't really know what to do at the moment. Don't know. it's not like he's not out of his depth though. Out of his depth, Potter, is he? But it's like, and I quote this from one of my mates said the other day. It's like Potter's taken that Chelsea payout money and almost like given up. Can't be bothered. But he's taking jobs to try and get that spark back. But it just feels like that when my mate said, I was like, do you know what? That does sum it up quite well. It describes it quite well. So Kevin said, bet you Tyler Dibbler only train with Everton team for a day, if that. Kevin, yeah, definitely. And that's why, I have marked him down and I said he looked like a bit of rabbit in the headlights, but I've tried to give him to give a reason out there as to why that could have been. The realization of where he's playing and who he's playing for, maybe. But yeah, it was tough for him to come on the game. So Darko says Strand Larsen set to miss the game for Everton tomorrow. Yes, I know. Going to be looking at that. He says he's always loved Charles. Just reminds me of the dinosaur again. Watching his ex-players. Souček, that yeah, he is Souček. He does really like Souček Moyes, doesn't he? So moving on then. Let's go to something I wanted to, before we go to Wolves, just wanted to ask you, have you seen Everton's third kit? I'm certain that's a yes. It's going to be a yes from everybody. But it's a belter, isn't it? I'm going to be picking that one up this weekend or the next time we go to Hill Dixon Stadium. It's a belter, the black one, with the yellow and blue, wavy lines. Proper nice kit. Really like it. What are you all thinking of that third kit? Let's see. So let me know if what your thoughts are on that third kit. Anybody doesn't like it, let me know. If you doesn't like it, James Graham says you like the kit. You actually said you like the jet, but I know you mean kit. Blue CJ loves the third kit. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one. James, we knew what you meant, mate. So moving on then. Wolves tomorrow, 3 p.m. game. Our first 3 p.m. of the season, and we're a couple of weeks in, 3 weeks in. Everton's first 3 p.m. Whether you want to read anything out of that or not, I don't know. But it is our first 3 p.m. Saturday game, so I will be here watching the game live. I'll do a live watch along. I'll be watching on Peacock here, so join me. Same old. We'll get predictions in a bit. Don't all start now. We'll get predictions in a bit. They score, I have a chilly forfeit and all that jazz. But we'll enjoy it together so we can get the live chat going and get our comments in. But let's look at the game tomorrow. We know that we're missing Asnu still. Asnu's just got a little ankle injury apparently. So we know we're missing Asnu. We know Branthwaite's still out. He's going to be out till possibly a good few more weeks now. Probably the end of September, unfortunately. And Patterson is out, but Patterson may be out. He may be going out to Seville. We believe. So they're the three players that we're still missing. Wolves, on the other hand, I know they've got a couple more injuries. Let me just remind myself of their injuries. But the biggest one is that their manager has said today that. Let me go to the game. Their manager said today that Strand Larsen might be out for the game with an injury. Now, whether that is an injury or whether there's somebody who's come in for him, his 2 goals the other night against West Ham, finished them really well as well, didn't he? Especially, did you see the one that dropped to him really quick? I think somebody hit the bar, or was it saved? And it hit the bar most of because it come back to him really, really quick. And he managed to finish it. It was a good finish. He took that really well. But yeah, at the moment on this, it is saying Strand Larsen's out. They're also missing Fabio Silva, Enzo Gonzalez, Key Jana, however, that is, and Totti Gomez, because Totti Gomez got a straight red a couple of weeks ago against Bournemouth, I think it was. So let me see. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was against Bournemouth. So, if they are missing Strand Larsen, and as I say, whether that's going to be injury, if they are missing him, injury, or somebody's coming for him, not sure if it'll be Newcastle because they've got that. Is it Voltemade going there? So I'm not sure if it'll be them. But it'll be a massive boost for Everton, won't it? It will be a huge boost for us if he's out. We should put a spoiler bit in for Larson, says Rob. Yeah, should have done that every week with every team we were playing. Mind you, Leeds, who'd you put? Nonto maybe, but anyway, should have put one in every week, yeah, until the window closes. Funny that, isn't it? Like dummy bids. So massive boost if Larson doesn't play. Got this funny feeling that he will, though. I've got this funny feeling there that the manager might be throwing a little curveball out there. Do you know what I mean? And actually, he's defo playing. So looking at the head-to-head, I looked at a few stats. Head-to-head, Wolves are actually beating us more times than we've beaten them, believe it or not. They've beaten us 8 times. We beat them 6. We've drawn 7. Last 5, they've beaten us twice. We beat them once. And 2 draws. The last time we played them at Molineux, somebody mentioned it on the chat before. Last time we played them, it was 1-1. And if you recall, we were watching it live at Molineux. We were watching it in the studio, doing a live watch along. And the 2 players that we basically, I'd been given stick to the most all season was the Lindstrom. Sorry, that's thing's name then. Lindstrom and Jack Harrison, and lo and behold, Lindstrom he didn't exactly cross it to Harrison or pass it. It bobbled and he miskicked it. It went to Harrison in the box. Harrison then miskicked it off 2 Wolves players and it went in. It was unbelievable, but it put us 1-0 in front in the first half. But we then let Wolves run right through us straight after. Really let them run right through. And Munetsi score for them. That Munetsi, by the way, is a player that I rate, who plays in attack for them. I think he's quite good, so we need to keep him quiet. If Strand Larsen isn't playing, they'll probably put Huang, Huang Yi Chan, something like that. They'll put him up front, probably with Munetsi in attack as well, somewhere up there. So got to watch out for them to keep them quiet. Got to keep Strand Larsen quiet. Regardless, Strand Larsen got 14 goals last season and a few assists as well, so we've got to keep him quiet without a shadow of a doubt. But I think Tarky on his game, Keane has played really well. So Tarky and Keane, O'Brien, Mikalenko, between them they can certainly keep him and the rest of the Wolves team quiet. Should I say this? They're not a great team, are they, Wolves? I know I'm blue, but on paper, we're certainly a better team than Wolves, in my opinion. But I think in most people's opinion as well, that we are a better team on paper, and we should have what it takes to beat Wolves. The game before, the game at home last season, of course, we did beat them 4-0 with 2 Dawson own goals from them as well. But it could have been more. Mangala and Ashley Young scored for us that day, but we could have scored more. We battered Wolves at Goodison Park last season. So who do I think? I'll do my predicted lineup. This is my predicted lineup. Please let me know. Let me have your comments on this. I'll tell you what, before I move on, let's see what we had there. Some ones just moved up. Let me see that. Stephen Greer said, although possession stats in our favour, we still moved the ball way too slowly, which gave Mansfield time. Moving on to Wolves, an away win would be great. So, Stephen, I think you're exactly right. You're right, the possession stats against Mansfield, yes, massively in our favour. You'd expect that against a much lower club at home as well. But you were right. We allowed them. As I said before, again, what player was it said? Was it Garner, who I said moved sideways and backwards far too much for me, considering the opposition, and I think we could have just moved it quicker, moved through them quicker. And if we can't do that against Mansfield, it worries you a bit, doesn't it? Worries you a bit, but we won 2-0, we move on to the next one. Let's see. Kevin says the third kit black is great. Somebody before that said it's lunatic. I don't dislike the fair kit. but it looks more like a training or warm-up shirt. Yeah, I think that the third kits generally do, though. They do tend to look a bit like that lunatic. It's where the teams go, but out there, really, isn't it? I like the fact we've gone out there and like put wavy lines on and that. I think looks like a top that I'd actually like wear out to the pub or something like that. You know what I mean? It's a smart top. I like it. I won't wear it out to the pub, but it looks like I would. Let's see. I think if we got him, it would spoil our transfer window. Souček, is that Ian? Yeah. Don't like the red. The red Budweiser flash around the stadium. Blue CJ. I'm happy you said that because I'd forgot about it. But when I was sitting there at the Mansfield game, it was when that come glowing red around, I actually sat there and thought to myself, you know, someone's defo going to mention this. Maybe not on my channel, but I thought on social medias, mention it to Everton or something. You know, you can at least get like Bud Light or something, which is blue, isn't it? But look, Budweiser have paid a lot for it, so whatever. But I get you, blue CJ. I get you, mate. Yeah. Thoughts on Molineux, Nick? Would you hope for a loan or try to buy or none? If we were going to get COYB Molineux, I'd probably want a loan to see how it went with him. To be honest, there's definitely a really good player in there, and I'd like us to get him. There's one of them, like I was saying before about Souček. I think it's kind of, he doesn't add much more. I think Molineux would potentially add more, and I think unfortunately, I think we're going to send Harrison Armstrong out on loan. I'd like us to keep him for the season, and I'd like him to get minutes, but I think Moyes wants him to get a lot of minutes. And I think from the press conference today, Moyes' press conference, he pretty much said that there's a lot of teams that want Harrison Armstrong on loan. So I think we might be seeing Armstrong going out. So get COYB Molineux in on loan. Why not? Anyway, my predicted lineup is, let's see. So I'm just looking at this. What's wrong? What's up with the overlap? Why are you talking about the overlap, guys? Why you going on about the overlap? Produced by Norbert and presented by Norbert. Yeah, why? What's going on with the overlap? Don't know. Have I missed something? Let's see. Okay. Anyway, I'll do my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. So I've gone for Jordan Pickford in goal, of course. Jake O'Brien on the right, Tarkowski and Keane centre backs with Mykolenko left back. That's our strongest four at the back at the moment, isn't it? Obviously, as soon as Branthwaite comes back in, he'll be in for Keane. Although if Branthwaite was to come back in right now, surely Moyes has got questions to ask himself there based on form. Do you take Keane out or Tarkowski? I mean, the main thing would be that Branthwaite is a left-sided centre back. That's where he plays, so it's Keane's position. But right now, as I say, form-wise, there's a question there, isn't there, for Moyes? But he's not back right now, so that's our best back four at the moment. Then I've gone for Idrissa Gana, Gay and James Garner playing in front of the back four. Iliman and Dye on the right. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, number 10. Jack Grealish on the left with Tierno Barry up front. Now, Tierno Barry got a bit of stick, I thought personally, I didn't agree with it. Could he have done a bit more? Yeah. But I thought he played some nice little touches. His touch to Harrison Armstrong, who then laid it off for Alcaraz, was a brilliant touch. And he played a couple of them. He had a few. And as I said before, when he ran into the box early on, and Harrison Armstrong took the shot, saved by the keeper, Armstrong had the right to have the shot. I'm not saying he shouldn't have shot. Harrison Armstrong had the right to shoot there. But if he would have just played it across, Barry would have scored. And I think when Barry does score, I'm hoping that'll give this boost. Everyone get behind him, and hopefully we'll see something special on that. So let me know if you agree with my lineup there. Just to repeat, Pickford in goal, obviously. Jake O'Brien right back, Tarky and Keane, then Mykolenko left, Idrissa Gana Gay, James Garner in midfield. Then we've got Iliman and Dye on the right, Kieran Dewsbury Hall in the middle, Jack Grealish on the left, and Tierno Barry up front. Is there anyone there that you wouldn't play? Anyone that you wouldn't play or you wouldn't have in the team? I've then obviously gone for on the bench, Diblin, Alcaraz, McNeil, Armstrong, Travers, Big Tim Irabunam, and Seamus Coleman. Kevin, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Kevin Cross says, I watched a behind the scenes of Everton and Jack Grealish said he loves the black kit. Did he? Yeah. Not surprised. It's a lovely kit, mate. Let's see. James Graham says, I thought the same with Harrison, but I trust Moyes. Yeah, I trust Moyes. Moyes knows, doesn't he? You talk about Harrison Armstrong going out on loan. I assume Moyes knows, doesn't he, if he's going to play Harrison Armstrong. Do you know what I mean? So if he's looking at it saying, look, I've got players there, Harrison, they're going to be playing all season, and you're only going to get the games if if somebody was to get injured. Hopefully not. Somebody got injured or the odd cup game or whatever you're going to get. Then why not send them out? Let's see. Simon says Pickford, O'Brien, Tarts, Keane, McLenko, Garner and Dye. Mate, the exact same team as me there, Simon, isn't it? Yeah, exact. Yeah, it's got to be that one, hasn't it? Jim says hello everybody. Kevin says that's just me, Nick. What's just you, buddy? Anyway, Kai says, did you hear that we might get Jack Grealish back? Mate, that was a couple of weeks ago. There is absolutely no chance. Jack Harrison. I said Grealish then, didn't I? There's absolutely no chance Jack Harrison comes back to us now. Not a chance. Not a chance, Kai. Not having that. That would completely ruin the vibe and feel around Everton and Evertonians. And I don't think Moyes is that out of touch. I don't think Moyes is that. In fact, I think he's very much in touch with the fans and that and what we all want. And I think he'll say that, look, where's Jack Harrison? Play there. Got Diblin. You've got and Dye. We don't need him. So stop saying things like that, Kai. Please. Let's see. Day one of spreading misinformation. What? Okay. Let's see, Jane. We won 2-0. Barry played his part. Yeah, 100%. Hope Barry gets a goal tomorrow. Kai, so do I, mate. Rob Sutton says, got to give Barry time. 2 games nothing for a play in Youth Premier League. 100%. Agree. That's where I'm at too. Kevin says Barry is not fit. He needs more games. This is it, mate. He needs more games. So I think you're pretty much agreeing there, right, that he should play. Because he's not, you need to get that match fitness. You need to play. Kai says, if I play Diblin, to be honest, then sub him off for Alcaraz. So, Kai, where would you play Diblin then? Where would you play him, mate? Love to have that input, Kai, but would you play him? I'm assuming you play him right wing, and then you're saying that you'd then sub him off for Alcaraz. But, so are you playing Ndai, or is Ndai not playing? If Ndai's going over to the left, is Grealish not playing, or are you putting Grealish in the number 10? Just let me know what you're doing with everybody in that attack there for us, Kai. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind Diblin playing, but I just think right now we're going away against Wolves. I think we probably need Ndai playing myself. People moan about Barry needs to get a grip. He's only just came in. Carl, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, people do get on players' backs, don't they? And we want to see more. Get that and all that. I just didn't think he was that bad as people kind of said. If I'm honest with you. Let's see. James Graham says maybe try Diblin. Go with your team. Yeah, maybe try him. Yeah. James Coffee Sores all over about 50 stones. Read them. Yeah, I seen. It was right at the base of some of the pillars, wasn't it? They'll wash them all the time, mate. All the time. Lee Notman says 5-0 Everton. Gaspipe says, I like Barry's touch. Doesn't look drunk like Beto. Yeah, Beto's just a really obscure player. Kind of love it when it works. When he gets on the ball and he's running at people, you can't even tell with the way he runs all over the place where he's going. I like that. But he needs to do a bit more for me, Beto, at the moment. Let's see, John List says Barry will do the business, just needs a few games to adapt. So we're all thinking the same. We're all thinking the same here. LTL, James Graham says LTL, thought they had a protective layer to stop that. Yeah, but it can't stop, like, the protective layer. I mean, it's easy to wash off, do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean things just drop and don't settle on it, but it'll be easy to wash off. So they will get washed off, LTL, don't worry, mate. I'll keep an eye on it. Barry will score once it gets up to speed. Me taking the mickey out of the overlap. Right. Carl, you dropped Garner for Tim Irabunum. Mate, it's not a bad shout at all. Not a bad shout. Tim's looked good. And yeah, if out of the two, if you were looking at any of them, it would be James Garner for me, who goes out for Tim Irabunum, not Idrissa Gana-Gueye. Because Idrissa Gana-Gueye, I don't know, where's he get his energy from? It's unreal, isn't he? LTL says no. James got. I just sent it to Mr. Drone. A few 4 days ago. Is that you that just sent me a couple of emails there, is it? Terry, yeah. I'll have a look at them, mate, in a bit. That's why I was looking at me watch. You were messaging me. I'll have a look at them, mate. Thanks. I'll get over there and have a look first hand as well. You can't do United and get beat by a tiny side. So Toffees stick together says, go for a 2-1 win for the Toffees. It's so many newly signed players coming in. It's going to take time to get everyone on the same page, but it will come together. An extra week training. I heard someone called him Scammering. Tyler Dibble is a right winger midfielder. He is, mate. He is. As a young lad, get behind him. Yeah, we seem to be all on the same sort of page here. The international break will help as well. Yeah, because he's not in the France squad, of course, but for the internationals, he's not going. There's no one. Is there under 21s? I don't think so. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to help the team. Little break. Let's see. I think people are starting to get interested in the predictions now. So let's get our predictions in. Give me a sec to wipe the board, because I'll also show you that the Mansfield game, Dark Arts and Terror. Dark Arts and Terror. Can you guys see that from there? Might do it in black this time. There we go. 2-0 up here. Dark Arts and Terror. Got that for the Mansfield game. So this one is the one for tomorrow. This is where you can win one of my Beto in the Netto tops. I also, everybody watching, I want to do a Jack Grealish top, I think. A couple more tops. What do you reckon for Jack Grealish? What top should I do next? Jack Grealish or Ndai? Let me know what you fancy, and I want some. We come up with Beto in the Netto for me Beto in the Netto t-shirt. So what can we do for Grealish? Right, I'm going to start with Lee Notman, 5-0. Lee Notman, 5-0. Then we've gone for Ian the Blue, 3-1. Roy Nixon, 2-0. Roy Nixon, 2-0. Let's see. Carl, is he not in any of the France squad? So there is an under 21s and he's not in it. So Jason Hindle, 1-1. Hindle, 1-1. Rob Sutton, 3-2 Everton. Nice, Rob. Three-two. Gaspipe 3-0. Is that Gaspipe? Yeah. Gaspipe 3-0. Where's Gaspipe gone there? Blue CJ 2-1. Blue CJ 2-1. Dark Arts 1-0. Dark Arts 1-0. Thomas McGuinness 2-0. You're with Roy Nixon, Thomas. Lunatic 1-0. Lunatic, you're with Dark Arts. Who else have we got? Eltel 3-1. Eltel. Tom McGuinness. Still new Tom McGuinness. Paul Finchman 3-1. Let's have a look. A few more. James Graham 2-2. Graham 2-2. Carl Cutgrave 2-0. These are going quick here. Anfield 2-1. Toffee Stick Together 2-1 as well. Messed your name up there, Toffee. Sorry about that. Stephen Greer 2-1 as well. Got a little update on the scores as well. You can see I'm letting more people do. Andy Lloyd 2-2. Andy Lloyd. Let me see. Emma EFC. How you doing, Emma? You okay? Emma EFC 3-0. Who else have we got? David B 2-1. Right, that's the last 2-1 because I can't fit any more on. David B 2-1. Let me see. John List 2-0. Where's the 2-0? John List 2-0. Is that it? Are we done? Are we done? We're done. We're done. There's loads there. So you'll see, I've let a few people do the 2-0. Roy Nixon, Tom McGuinness, Carl Cotgrave, John List, because it was too hard getting you all to go. If I'd said, when I was doing only 2, and I was saying to you, pick another one and all that, too hard. If you want to go 2-0, go 2-0. I'm only going to be giving out one prize though, guys, okay? So what I'll do, if it's 2-0 and there's 4 of you on it, I'll come up with something. I'll pick you out of a hat, put the 4 of you in a hat and pick your name out or something like that, so one of you gets a prize. So in future, when you are picking, you might want to just yourself pick a score that hasn't been done. Shelley's going for 3-0. Is that that's to the Blues, isn't it, Shelley? You've just done it because we're away. So yeah, Shelley, there you go. What I'll do though, every now and again when there's a big game or something like that, I might do an extra special prize, okay guys? So it won't just be t-shirts all the time. So yeah, let me know what t-shirt shall I do next. We've got Beto and the Neto ones. Do we want a Grealish? Do we want a Grealish t-shirt or do we want an Ndai t-shirt? You know, the one thing I'll say about Grealish as well, so because I was sitting so close to the pitch on Wednesday night and they all come over to warm up in front of us, Grealish's calves are even bigger when you see them in real life. Honestly, they are unreal, the size of his calves. It's weird. Pickford t-shirt, that's a good one. Pickford or Illiman, are we saying, yeah? Still doing the Chili's this season, Nick? I am, Emma, I am. Yeah, so the Leeds game, so I done the Leeds game live in Murphy's Distillery, didn't I? And that's a neck of chili there. It was hot as well, you know. So yeah, I'm still doing it. So I'll be live here tomorrow doing the Wolves game, and yeah, I'll have chilies with me, but we won't be able to. We won't have to eat any of them, will we? So let's see. Yeah, well, do you know what? Because you mentioned it, Carl Cotgrave. I think I will do Pickford. You know, Pickford. Should have gone for Pickford anyway, because I absolutely love that man. So guys, I'm going to finish off there. Up the toffees. Fingers crossed we get that 3 points tomorrow. We will, won't we? We will. Didn't put mine down, did I? 1 sec before I go. I'm going to go for... I don't think anybody put it as well, did they? Yeah, they did, up there. 3-1. I don't think it. Why did they not think anybody put it? I'm going to go for just to be different. I'm going to go for 4-1. If I win, you'll all buy me a t-shirt. Kidding, of course. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be live about 2:30, 3:30. Going to say that. I'll be live about 3:30. Agree, shell those calves. Why, what Shelley said? Grealish's calves. Do you know what? My wife actually said when we were getting Grealish, I'd mentioned it to her. I said, "Oh, it looks like we're getting Jack Grealish." And she went, "So are you?" I was like, "Yeah." And she went, "Oh, I might come to the game with you then." That's all that about. That's all that about. Anyway, guys, up the toffees. I'll see you tomorrow. 2:30ish. We'll be live here. We'll go over the lineups and all that. Have a little chat before the game and get ready for it. Come on, you Blues. I hope you can join me tomorrow. And I hope we get 3 points. Come on, you Blues. Up the toffees. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. See you later, everyone.